series,
but
this
here's
group
the
enters
thing.
this LCS with a perceivable air of confidence.
Like
but they also have a lot to say about
Oh,
the
me neither.
tremendous respect that they have.
Leading off for the Yankees, the third baseman,
Rat.
Miguel.
They don't expect this
And
series to
Duhon.
be a walk in the park. They know they're going to have to bring their best if they want to survive and stamp their World Series passport.
Behind 0-2 now.
I mean, all I'd have to do is say to the 3 people that are already on my shit, hey, give me $2 each for it. And all of a sudden, there's the extra 6 right there.
Now batting, Kevin Gary Sanchez.
That's not true. I used to make a lot of money selling pizza slices to druggies.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
I would.
Could you imagine? Well, hold on. I used to bring my plug brownies and shit, and he would throw in extra. There was one time that there was like a sale on honey buns, and I was like, "You like honey buns?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay, I'm bringing you some." And he was like, oh.
I would.
And that's why I didn't pay white girl prices.
I would have. I'd go to my cousin's apartment. He lived with 2 other people, and like my cousin was a booze bag. He's not so bad anymore. He had a drinking problem for a while. One of them was like into. Like,
I like that term, booze bag.
One of them was just like a wicked stoner, depressed. Like he slept in a closet. He didn't like seeing the light of day.
You mean? Oh, I was about to say me.
Look. And then another one was into heavy drugs, and then they had 2 people below them that they knew that were just like bottom of the barrel scumbags. Like they'd come upstairs to like Duffy dive in the ashtrays to try and find any sort of cigarette butts that weren't completely smoked out. Yeah, type stuff. And then also into heavier trucks. And there was just, it was the place to be. Like it was the hangout spot. We'd be there till like 3 to 5 in the morning on the weekends and stuff like that. It didn't matter what day of the week it was. You'd walk in there, the place you could hardly see because people smoked inside. It was a really small room that we just, just to paint the picture. So here's me. There's a Domino's 45 seconds down the street.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Me, loving Domino's, would get Domino's all the time. And then after a while, people were like, yo, can I... Because like people would like, I'd get pizza and like get it on my way home. After a while, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay here even later. I'll eat my food here. I'd get it and I'd get it back, and people would be like, yo, can I like bum a slice off you, dude? And I'd be like, nah, I'm eating the whole thing, sorry. And they'd be like, no way, you're eating the whole thing. Can I get one if you don't? And I was like, yeah, sure. And every time, I'd eat the whole thing. Then after a while, it occurred to me, hold on a second, because one person one time said to me like, yo, dude, please, like, I'll give you $2 for one slice. And I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I was like, don't. And of course, me at first, I'm like, don't worry about the money, just here, take one, I don't care. He's like, no, here, I insist, take it. I'm like, all right, whatever, thanks. Because drug people are, you do them a solid, and they do care about you. So he's like, nah. Right. So after a while, I would get a whole pizza, eat half of it, and be satisfied. Because, like, I would eat a whole pizza and, like, kind of feel like shit after. I eat half of it, I'm fine, and I would take the other half home for leftovers. I'm like, well, I kind of hate leftovers. If I eat half of this now, then charge for these slices, I'm getting my whole my whole money back, because this thing was only $8. Oh no. James just sent me and Yuri a text saying, I'm at my ex-chef's place, followed with a voice message. It's 10 seconds long. Hold on. The voice message is literally just a conversation between 2 people.
That's ball 2.
About, like, bartending and stuff. Like, there was nothing funny or significant in the conversation. It was very random. No, because he specifically said, I'm at my ex-chef's house, and then sent the voice message with it.
Ex-chefs? Like, the chef that used to work with him?
Yeah.
Now batting, the left fielder. Go left.
Oh, I've got some somewhat bad news for you two, by the way. I spoke to Tibbs today.
She's not gonna be able to come.
She will be there. We're gonna see her. She does have her child that weekend though, so she said that she could, you know, if it depending on what we do Thursday night, like if we just go straight to Kyle's, I don't know if we'll see them, but like, she said I can definitely see you guys Thursday night if you do anything at all, and then Friday I'm gonna probably drop James off, and then I can hang out for a little bit. But that Saturday, Sunday, I do have whatever her child's baby's name. And then I could probably see you guys Monday, but I know y'all are going home that day, so I just don't know what time. And I was like, well, we'll figure something out. As long as we get to see you. She's like, right, you will, but just, yeah.
Hard hit ball to second. Matthews got it.
He's out.
For the force out, and the side is retired.
Yeah. But Jimmy will be there.
Sends DJ LeMahieu into the box.
Leading off for the
oh, and I want to tell Ashton something too. It's nothing too special, but because just to give you an idea about Ryan, because Ryan and Courtney will be there. Yuri bought Ryan a pizza tonight, only because he said, "Ryan, I'm gonna get Chipotle. Do you want anything?" And he was like, "Yeah, get some queso." Like as a joke, because Ryan was down there with you guys. And Yuri went on like DoorDash and looked to see there's no Chipotle's near where Ryan lives. So he made a joke saying, "I'm just going to get you a pizza with no sauce." Well, he ordered him a literal uncut pizza with no sauce, just cheese. But it was every different cheese that Domino's has to offer, so it wasn't just your ordinary cheese pizza.
Hey, that fastball caught too much of the plate on an 0-2 count.
Why did you want to tell me that?
I don't know. It's funny, one, and two, like, that's their friendship. And he'll be there.
Designated hitter.
No, we're probably going to talk about that a lot. Along with Zach's naked body, which do you want to see, by the way?
Already saw.
You did?
Yeah.
Des, what did you do?
Des didn't do anything.
How did you see that?
It was Yuri.
Why did Yuri send it to you?
He was telling me about a conversation that he and Zach had and sent me a picture of Zach sending him a, like, almost nudie.
Oh yeah, I'm honestly, like, I don't know who I'm most excited to meet right now, because I think Zach is going to be the funniest. But, like, we also don't talk to Zach nearly as much anymore. So he's always playing, like, RuneScape on his PC, and he doesn't even join our Discord. No one's ever in Discord anymore, either. Like, all of our friends moved to PC, and we're like, yeah, like, we can still talk on Discord. And we did for a solid, like, 8 months or so. And you think now with a fucking, like, not that these people left their house as much as it is, but now we have, like, every reason in the world to not leave your house and play video games, and none of them are on Discord ever.
Now batting.
The center
fielder
for Texas.
All into the night.
Done and
on its way. Popped up. Andujar has a play. 2 gone.
You know, I feel like most of the night, most of our nights are going to be spent like people up in the pool and literally, I feel like we're just gonna look over and Reed's just gonna be outside in the hot tub the entire time.
First of all, I don't think that the hot tub and pool are gonna be like up and running when we go. I get the
Really?
feeling well, it's just a hunch. I get the feeling with everything going on. When she messaged me back in like mid-March, or I don't remember, like whenever things like first started popping off, she was like, "Hey, just want to let you know, like, fuck, let me, okay, I meant to tell you guys this earlier and then I got cut off, but, my heart skipped a beat, because I checked my email today, and it said that I had a message from her on Airbnb, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah,
like,
waiting
thinking,
until
like, the
very end.
But, no, she was just, she's been very good with communication, this, Tonya chick. Let me, pull up our conversation. I messaged her back too, she never answered. It's weird. Let's see.
Maybe she thought you were ending the conversation.
So, let's see. back on March 16th when you and Kyle were gonna go by, and I asked her about it.
No.
Kyle,
I wanted to go
I know.
on my own, and then Kyle was just like making plans for us. No, like he was like, we had kind of just like kicked the idea around of going over there, and it was like the next day he was like coming over, and he
Well, that's the day that she said that the yard and pool are still in, quote, winter mode. So my guess is that was March 16th. I don't know if she needs like a pool guy to come or like anyone with water to fill up her thing, or she just uses a hose and let it run for a couple of days. So, because my guess is pool companies aren't exactly, booming right now. Yeah, she messaged me today saying, just confirming your reservation for the 8th to the 11th. Please remember, if you need to cancel your reservation due to the pandemic, you will not be charged cancellation fees. However, we hope to see you soon. And I just said, yeah, no, we're still all good, and confirm it. We'll be there 8 to the 11th. Thanks for checking in. See you soon. So.
we're honestly doing God's work, because who's going to keep Airbnb going during a pandemic?
I mean, a lot of people are still traveling. Just not by air.
The joke flow. Read like a joke flow. Like a river. Soft. Babbling.
Like, I don't know if you were here, or Daz, I don't know if you were here either. I know Yuri was. I told him, I had a friend that flew from up here back down to Florida like 2 or 3 days ago, and I saw it on her Snapchat that she was on a plane, so I messaged her. I said, hey, was your flight like packed? Like, how busy would you say it was? She said, there's 5 people on it.
Oh, you are so ready for those flights.
Like, if I get a plane to myself, I keep joking, like, I'm going to be posting up, like, Snapchats, like, yo, what's up, MTV? Like, I got my own plane.
I really pray that you get a plane all to yourself, because I can just tell you're just going to be the most fun.
I will be. No, like, that's the thing, too. Like, I'll be shooting the shit with the crew on there, too. Like, assuming they're willing to talk and stuff, like... I don't want to be that random asshole, like, if they're not about it, but...
That's not the first time he's locked a guy up.
Got him to go down swinging.
Who's gonna stop you? Who's gonna be like, this man? Because I'm sure they've had people on the flights that were just the chattiest of Cathys that they didn't want to deal with, and you're just some kid from, Massachusetts who DJs, and, like, you can just be like, yeah, like, I DJ, like this, that, and the other. You'll probably become, like, BFFs with people. You're over here worried about being an
Well, no, I'm saying, like, to bicker.
I feel like Des is gonna sit in one of the front seats so that she can get off faster, and Yuri's gonna sit at the back of the plane.
No, she's going to have to sit next to him.
The third baseman, Todd Frazier.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Oh, he also...
Hicks is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Now batting, first baseman.
You can, if your flights are anything like my flights, if you didn't pick your seats ahead of time, you can pick your seats when you go there, assuming that you're willing to pay the extra fee. If there's like no one on your flight, then I'm sure they're not going to give a shit if you don't sit specifically where they have you sit. No, like worst case scenario too, like if I'm on a flight by myself, like I'm just going to sit there with my earbuds in if no one's going to talk to me either, like whatever. I don't got to worry about no one else or like anything now too, I'm just out here.
Yeah, in this.
I'll pop up and be like, yo, can I land it?
You just hear the pilot screaming.
Now batting.
Come on, fam. I'll take a Snapchat while doing it. Nah, but like, I'd probably actually be like, hey, can I like take a peek in the captain's cockpit here? Like, what's going on? Is there an extra seat for me? Yeah.
Can I get those wings? Those stick-on wings that you give to 12-year-olds?
Yeah. Oh my god, I'd be all over that. Like, I'm honorary captain of this ship.
Exactly.
The shortstop.
No, I became so tight with the crew they made me honorary captain.
Like everyone, like it gets to the point where there's no turbulence. You know, you can unfasten your seatbelt. I'm the one there, so I'm just walking up and down the aisles talking as if I'm pacing in my own living room.
I could just see Reed like making himself so comfortable, just like taking his shoes off, walking around in like a white
laying
beater
across 3
and
seats.
some basketball shorts.
I believe, on one of my flights back home, if there are other people on the flight, I paid for my seat on 3 of the flights. I picked the seat specifically on 3 of the flights. The only one I didn't is the one when the 3 of us are all together. One of them, I think there's a row of seats, or a couple of seats that are like individual seats. Like, you don't have someone next to you. Like, there's no like 3 seats or 2 seats. Like, there's just a row of one, like in the movie theaters, how there's sometimes like that individual seat row.
Yeah.
And I've got one of those, so even if there are other people, I'm gonna have my own little section at one point.
The designated hitter, number 5. Willie Calhoun. Willie Calhoun.
Yeah.
First offering on its way. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Judge is going back. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. They'll try
Leading
and
off
lead
for the
things
Yankees,
off here in inning
the
number
designated
9.
hitter, Gleyber
And it's
Torres.
fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field. And this one's not coming back. This is a long home run.
The right fielder, number 99.
Now time is called here as we get a trip to the mound.
Judge.
What a great feeling right
I
there.
think we should get canvases, and all of us should make booty pictures.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one.
Jose.
Reed,
Leclerc.
are you saying that because
I
you
will
think
sit in
you
the
have a
corner
good
with the
test?
camera.
He'll sit. We'll check him out from. He'll sit in the hot tub. I feel like they're gonna have it up and running, and when we get there, Reed is just never gonna leave the hot tub until the day he goes to leave, and then his skin is gonna be like paper.
Oh, I am bringing my bathing suit either way, just to play it safe. Like, I'm not gonna not bring that.
Oh yeah, I'm bringing mine too, and if not, well, I'll just fucking hang out in the bathtub. Not like naked.
Wait, did you say you're bringing
like in our
3?
kids.
Oh, true. And you're moving, so.
Look at a fastball in there on the outer half.
I own one. It's honestly, I think it's just an old pair of shorts. I don't know if it's an actual bathing suit, but it's like made out of bathing suit-ish material. I'm gonna say no.
2-2 strike.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go.
Des, I have a penis.
Third baseman.
No doubt.
0-1. Miguel.
Yeah, I will stick to. If anyone's gonna wear anything funny, James is bringing the green thong. We can all get our laughs off on that.
There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
So he punches him out looking at the fastball.
Your pineapple slut T-shirt.
The catcher.
Out number 2
Gary
Gary Sanchez.
Now, I have 2. Is it like you're a slut for pineapples, or it's a slutty shirt with pineapples on it?
Foul ball, and the count holds it 0-2.
No, you just gotta watch the thing. You just gotta watch the clip from the episode. It's really funny, and it's worth the watch, in my opinion.
Guys.
Yeah, and Matt, they've yet to lose a game. You've heard that
Hold on, I'll
phrase,
even
right?
look it up and send it to you, so you can just, you don't even have to do any work. Don't put
I'm
any
already
effort
looking
into
at the
it.
shirt. Okay, so it's just a yellow shirt that says slut and has a pineapple on it. Also, the pineapple is gone. A very, like, that's a, no reason, maybe other than the fact that I'm Not entertained. A pineapple wearing a thong on a shirt and it just says slut.
It's time for the bonus round.
That would imply that I'm gonna watch it. Destiny. We're doing this again?
So the Rangers got the result they wanted in the series opener yesterday.
Well, I never said, like, you had to, right? I just said, hey, if you want to, if you're ever interested, like, I will watch it with you.
Leading off for the Yankees.
I don't do that.
At the ball, Giancarlo.
Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. That's by
1-1.
Strike one.
With the way
No, I just say, hey, I just started watching the show, Dave. I said Yuri needs to watch it because he is very much into these things.
Count is 1 and 2.
Count is 1 and 2 now.
Well, I said Yuri, and that was it. And then Ashton was like, I love Lil Dicky. And I was like, well, in that case, you need to watch it, too. So I didn't just outright say, Ashton, you need to watch it. She said, I love Lil Dicky. And I was like,
Boy.
you called me ugly. You're right. I don't care about your opinion.
1 count. Here it comes. Good curveball there.
I got the count 0 and 2.
Yeah, Matty, he's had these guys on.
I remember it now. I don't remember the entire conversation around it, but I do remember it happening. No, I remember you were saying something about Yuri, I think about his appearance for that matter, and I said stop making fun of my friend, and you said shut up, Reed, you're ugly.
The center fielder, Aaron.
Literally, just like that, and then you immediately went right back into your tirade on him.
No, he's in there.
Now batting. The second.
And Ashton wasn't looking because she was she wasn't listening because she was too busy looking up the clip that she just texted to me.
I was listening.
Yeah, she did chuckle when I said that you called me ugly.
I didn't laugh whenever I had myself muted.
No, I heard someone chuckle. Must have been Des then again. Such a
Freedom for the Rangers.
First of all, Des calls everyone ugly, so don't take it to heart. Secondly,
she doesn't?
Yeah, she does.
I've never heard her call anyone ugly other than myself and Yuri. Well, I've never heard it.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Hicks on
and I don't?
Won't get to it, and this should put a man in scoring position to start the inning. And he'll pull into second.
Guys, I'm not going to lie to you right now. I think you're the first person that's ever said that.
The batter. Not shortstop. Elvis.
Even the people I've dated haven't said that.
Andrew.
You're not unattractive, Reed. I don't, like...
Again, these are all things I'm pretty much hearing for the first time. And no, that's a lie. That's a lie.
The designated hitter, number 5. Willie.
Yeah.
But I'm not here. Why not when I am here? So I can hear it.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up and just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the plate right here. He's going to have damage on his.
I'm a goblin.
Yeah, no, I get constantly told that I look like a rat.
Have you noticed March to October is double the affinity points?
At least you don't have a pig face like I do. I literally look like Fiona from Shrek.
Sorry, someone commented on my stream.
That's ball two.
Just misses inside with the fastball there.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive.
No, I was paying attention to literally. I paid attention to you, and then when you were done talking, I said I have not noticed that. No, to answer their question. Yeah, no, I just constantly get told I look like a rat, or that I am a rat. Or like, do you want some cheese? Or like people do that thing with their teeth where they're trying to pretend to be a rat. Yeah, that.
You should just scream at them, is it because I'm Italian, and then go on to, well, not just that, but, make connections where there are no connections to be made. Like, about Yeah, exactly. Just pull a Dez, like, be outraged for no reason, and...
I don't know, I feel like there's a very just reason there. Being told my physical appearance resembles that of an ugly rodent.
No, yeah, you have to, like, make it grandiose.
It's hard for me to reach because I have brain cells.
Imagine what it would be like to not, and then do that.
Des, can you pretend that you do have brain cells for 5 minutes?
Now batting.
No, I'm just asking, is that physically possible for you at any point in time to do?
Hoping to keep it tied.
So it's a very specific conversation you need to be having to pretend.
Back goes Stanton to the track, and he brings it down to end the inning. That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela. And guys,
leading off
7th inning already. Hey, I'm not
shortstop.
complaining, but this one's been flying by.
My point is, you're saying pretend you don't have brain cells. It's hard to do, and I'm sure you can relate if I said pretend to have brain cells. Anywho, Des called me ugly.
They've done just that.
Yeah, it's resulted in a game that
I am!
Either way in these late innings. And he strikes him out.
See, so on her mind is that I'm ugly. She's speaking her mind, and on her mind is the fact that I'm ugly.
Labor. Torres.
Too high to start him out here, 1-0.
Like, how many people do you know that, like, 25-year-old dudes that have to do special shopping for their clothing so they're my size?
I am fat and bald. Who cares, bro?
What does that mean? Do you shop at the Baby Gap or something? What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying that there's no place to I have to, like, special order clothes because no one is fucking 5'8" and 120 pounds.
The right fielder.
In male sizes.
Aaron.
I weigh more than you.
I don't know.
I've got 10 pounds on you.
I haven't weighed myself in like 3 or 4 years, so that could be very inaccurate.
Emoji smiling face with open mouth and tightly closed eyes.
Not only do I look like a pig, but I'm also a fucking pig!
Leading off for the Rangers.
We're not doing this, Des.
I got called ugly, and somehow this has turned into Ashton's, not really, but in her mind, fat.
Now back, second baseman, Rubden. Oh,
no, it's not. Yeah, it's easy if you don't actually have them. You guys share one between the 2 of you.
He's out.
Well, between the 3 of you with Amethyst as well.
Well, here's the thing. I pretend to be stupid and people just go with it. They're like, oh yeah, you're absolutely a fucking idiot. I'm like, yeah, sure.
Fuck.
0-1's the count.
Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1. Frazier, or Todd Foth, as he's affectionately called. He was a first-round pick.
Oh my god, the other night whenever I got drunk, we were watching Dave. I called Yuri out on being smart but pretending to be dumb, and he was like, what? No, I don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, don't play coy with me! I was like, I love Mama, I know! But it's so very genuine that he...
Dave is so good. Emoji thumbs up.
Hello? Ashton's mic just really cut out and everything went quiet for a second. Dave is such
I
a
have
great
it
show.
set for
You're
10
right.
minutes. No, but I told Yuri, where did I cut off? No. Yeah, he was like, what are you talking about? He was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, I'm your mother, I know, do not try to deceive me.
Here's Miguel Andujar now.
Oh my god, so I was watching Willow earlier.
Miguel and Duhar.
Des, you don't even think you're smart. See,
She needs someone to
if
believe
you
in
want other
her.
people to think something about you, you have to believe it first.
I believe I have a big, fat, juicy ass. I believe I have a big, fat, juicy ass. I believe.
I'm not gonna lie, Ashton, that was funny. That was good.
Yeah, I have those every once in a while.
Now batting.
Oh shit, I got a no-hitter going.
Fridge, so it's like whatever.
0-1.
Oh, I said I'm built like a refrigerator, so it's just kind of really whatever.
No ball, 2 strikes.
What, a mini fridge?
No runs, no hits.
Yes! Oh my god.
1 and 2 to the
1 ball, 2 strikes, count.
No,
That's the perfect description.
No, one of those like mini fridges that only can fit like 1 bottle inside of it, like a regular like if you got yourself a 6-pack of Coke bottles, you can only fit 1 bottle in there.
Stop it.
Hold on.
We know what this is. I'm built like a fridge, but a mini fridge. Ah, 'cause I'm short. I get it. It's fun. It's a good one. It's fun. It's good fun. Good fun for the kids.
I can't fucking type.
I plan on exercising any day now.
Selena is snoring so hard right now.
Now batting, left fielder.
Hold on, let me see if I can get in close to this from here.
That's a ball.
And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0. Bases are empty. 2 men out. Fouled away.
Hi, baby.
Hi.
Oh, pumpkin.
In for strike 2. And he struck him out. So he's now through 8 full innings.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the Yankees. Number 56, Jonathan.
Hi, baby.
Oh my god.
Ball high in the air into left field. And it's gone as they add still another.
So loud. Yeah.
Nice.
Now batting, shortstop, Elvis. And Drew.
Damn,
This is off the plate for ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
What, do you want Snuggles?
This is in the air.
Yeah, come here. Come here. Mama will snuggle you. Oh, come here.
Gotta run, sub.
Let me hug like a baby and hug your butt.
Hey, appreciate you.
Now
in the Texas half
Willie Calhoun.
No, this dude that just subbed me on my YouTube. I appreciate you, Des. You didn't just sub me on my YouTube.
Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. Sharply on the ground. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And there is some stick-to-itiveness as they still manage to get
The right fielder, number 13.
Well, it certainly was a bang
Joey.
play, so
There's
no
no way he
surprise
actually
here
did
that
that.
they're giving it another look, and they may decide to challenge the call on the field.
Yeah, definitely one of those bang plays. And looking
Oh my god, that's
right
not even
here
close.
again, I still don't know if I can tell for sure.
And indeed, they will elect
Usually
to
Hernandez
challenge
would
the
be called.
call. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will review the play from all available angles to come to a final decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Rangers have elected
All
to
right,
challenge
we'll take
the
one
previous
last look at
play.
it here. The question is there enough video evidence?
You know what the best thing about
change the call to safe?
when we're down there in
Wow, from
2
that
weeks
look at it, I think he did beat that
is
throw.
I'm gonna have to
This
go
challenge
4
might
days
work
without
out
any
for
Hawaiian
him.
punch. Hey,
That
Ashton.
brings up the big bat of Joey Gallo. He could really use a knock here, 0 for 3 in the game so far.
Nah.
I'm sorry, I was snuggling really hard. What did you say?
I said you're probably gonna love this because when we're down there for
Another one
in
fouled
2
off,
weeks,
and he's
that means I'm gonna have to
quickly
go 4
behind 0-2.
days without any Hawaiian punch.
Calhoun stands
Oh no, I'm
first
getting
with
Hawaiian
one
punch.
out.
It's gonna be a mixer,
Well, I'm
so
not. I'm
you'll
not
be able
gonna,
to have your kick.
Swing
well,
and a
I'm
line
not gonna
drive.
drink the mixer, so and I don't want to take away from your
Just
supply.
fouls as he just misses extra
Trust me,
bases.
you'll be fine. I'm going to go to like Sam's Club and buy just massive bottles.
And it's fouled away.
Yes, baby girl, I hear you. Do you want to come up here and lay with Mama? Come here. Oh, there you go. There you go.
I mean, why don't we like save that for when we're all there?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna buy massive bottles of alcohol and stuff, and bring them, and then buy just like a shit ton of mixers and stuff. It's not for what is it, baby? What is that?
I just like that she's struggling to put her thoughts together right now. I think it's funny.
Cause I've got such a cute little baby who's sitting over here, and every time I turn away to talk to you guys, she walks up beside me and then starts headbutting me and like chirping at me. Oh, you're so cute.
Wait, your cat chirps? Like a bird?
What are you doing?
Chirp, chirp. Tweet, tweet. Bite, bite.
No, she goes.
Sip, sip.
She goes like.
I'm sorry, could you make that noise one more time?
Close with that one, it's way above the strike.
2-2.
Thank you. You spit on me.
Oh, thank you, Daddy. Can I have some more?
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Stanton gets a read on it.
No, I'm gonna buy.
She's still on
sort
this?
of be there. Sort of be there.
Catcher.
Oh,
Robinson.
Did you guys follow Yuri on Instagram? Go look at his Instagram story.
For more, Robinson Chirinos. He's
I mean, I can just send it to you, but I think it's better if you look at it yourself.
Here comes the first pitch. Now a drive by Chirinos.
Man, Chirinos loves the inside pitch. I don't know how I hit those out.
What the fuck?
Did you look at his story?
What is going on?
The music video. I'm not entirely convinced he's not actually kidnapped, though.
Solo shot down the line he left.
I'll be right back. I gotta go tingle. Well, baby girl, you wanna talk to them?
Okay. Oh, that's not it. That is. Okay, sent.
Up next for the Rangers, the second baseman, Rogdan.
Here's Rogdan to door now.
Door.
Tough fastball there as he manages to just foul this one away. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit.
Oh my God!
And it's out of here. Back-to-back two-out home run. And we're getting plenty of souvenirs.
Your attention, please.
Fifth ball we've
Now
seen
pitching
clear the
for
fence
York.
by just this one
Number
lineup
58.
alone.
Tyler.
Matty V, how about
Line.
this, bro? You come to watch offense, you pick the right game to come and see.
0-1's the count.
From one team, everybody in the lineup. They're making fun right now of the guys who don't have a homer in this one.
Tyler Lyons comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there.
He's
in this
out.
one. And not too shabby at it. Stepping in and ready for
I can't wait to get down there just for the weather. I don't care if it rains every day when we're down there. It's gonna be warm.
His guys in danger of going down 2 games to
So, like,
none.
it's been raining every day up here, dark,
Probably a
and
design
cold.
take right there. They
The
need
only
base
exception was
runners, so
yesterday. It
they're
was
gonna make it try to bring the ball to
65
strike zone.
degrees out
Gallo
and
is
sunny.
there, 1 away.
But like legit, just this entire
that
month, literally, you ever hear about April showers come live here.
Overshift here now the pitch, and he fouls this one off.
April showers bring April depression.
The 0-1.
Oh, don't patronize me.
1 out, nobody on. Swing and a little tapper.
You need him to what?
Luck
Oh, you hit.
him out.
Oh, how funny you are! You mean how much of a?
Man stands between he and his no-hitter.
Now batting, second baseman.
I was here because we started because it was had. That's where I found out and remembered that you called me ugly.
In today's game, with velocity and exploding breaking
Because he
stuff,
managed to put in an honorable mention for me and said called Reed
the
ugly.
strike zone as a unit. They haven't been able to do that today.
A no-hitter.
Swing and a miss, and he's got it. A no-hitter.
Second time this year.
Well, it's something that every pitcher who's ever picked up a baseball dreams about, and he's done it. A no-hit gem in one of the most dominant performances I've seen in a while. He's in the record books forever now. Yeah, that doesn't sure it gives us an stat.
the
games
cat?
against a very good team who is now going
What
to
the
be
hell is
fighting out of a
she
corner.
doing?
You can never get comfortable in postseason baseball.
The mic, it sounds.
I'm back. She's probably headbutting it. She loves to do that. Did Reed leave to go and do something?
No.
Oh. Heard. Gotcha.
Why, were you hoping that was gone so you could say more things about me? Dad says I'm ugly.
No, I was gonna tell Des about something going on with my feminine body.
She's on her period this week.
I'm not.
You were.
I was, but I'm not.
Oh, good. It's gonna be your turn right when we go.
What a struggle. What's it like to be God's favorite? Do you have the implant?
Let's go down to the field with Heidi Watney for a report on what she took away from her talks with the players.
Heard.
Heidi?
I
They
got...
jumped out to a 2-0 lead in a 7-game series, but they seem anything but
Oh
satisfied.
yeah, we talked about this, because you were like, meh, stream.
The only thing that can beat us in this series is ourselves. The key to us doing that is staying in the right frame of mind.
I have the implant, and it thins my uterine lining, so my periods are so much lighter than they used to be, but I still bleed for
The
like
left fielder, number 5.
a whole butt.
Grounded out so far.
No, I think I've got an infection or something.
Double-barreled action in the
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm like
Hold
big
on.
mad about it.
Ashton, if this makes you feel any better, at least when it comes to the Des portion, you know, how does it feel being God's favorite and not like having a period for only like 2 days?
Careful right here. My man at the plate is
No,
not
what?
trying to push something to the
The
opposite
fuck?
field.
They haven't played perfectly as it's hit on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
First gets him, so
No, I was
fans
just gonna say, oh yeah, well, Des, I got you beat. I don't get a period.
The right fielder, number 13.
Yeah, we kind of got that. That's why we hate him in general.
With Tanaka, he has a 3 for 12 line. 2 of those hits were for home runs.
0-1.
No balls and 1 strike.
And my first girlfriend actually. Hold on. I need to do something quick.
on the ground and right at the shifted infielders. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Now batting, the center fielder, Danny Santana.
Into the box now, Danny Santana. As he'll take a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. High in the air out to center field. Hicks is under it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting,
digging in,
the
Ronald
first
Guzman. No hits to this point.
Guzman.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. And that.
Leading off for the Yankees, the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Wind up and the 0-1. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some four-seamers up in the zone like that, it could work for him.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he pops it up. Andres shading to his right. 1 away.
Now batting, number 29.
Next for New York, Gio Urshela. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. Hit on the ground to third. Frazier is there. And Bo pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Labor.
Go. Be like, hey Meredith, hey Courtney Meredith, why don't you write me a prescription for my puss?
Oh.
The count is 1 and 2.
That was impressive.
So here's the thing about
for my puss.
Well, here's the thing about yeah, they really don't. Here's the thing about coupons. Once you get a certain type of infection, you can get it more easily as time goes on. So, like, I've had bacterial infections since I was, like, 15, and it goes from anything from, like, this kind of soap you're using to, like, mine happens, like, if I get an itch anywhere around my little bits, and I scratch it just a little too hard, boom, fucking infection. And yeah, girls scratch their crotches.
No, that's low.
It's fine.
This is a lot.
You'll live, I swear.
Things I didn't, you learn something new every day. Can't say I expected this to be it.
Reed, do you plan on ever getting married?
I mean, I would hope to, but I don't see that happening as time goes on.
Well, whenever you get married, you're gonna hear a lot worse things. Nope, I'm gonna say when.
Robinson.
That's putting a lot of eggs in one basket.
I believe in you, Reed. I think you can get,
Makes one of us.
I think you can get a lady who will stay by your side for the ever.
I don't know. I got a pretty bad track record right now. The only one that's the only one that's been like the only one that's not bad on the track record is also 8 years deep into another relationship and lives in Georgia.
Isn't she the one that still sends you nudes?
That's besides the point.
That's not a good track record. That's a garbage ass lady.
The third baseman, Todd Frazier.
A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ball game.
Ball one, no strike.
Either way.
2-0.
Ball 2 as the slider dips below the zone.
It's
That's me whenever I do my makeup.
As a pitcher, but if you're going to do it,
You know, it's funny we actually got to talking about this now because you just reminded me of someone and something that I'm currently going through.
Right here,
no, what? Talk Ashton, not you.
Well hit, but right into the
You got infection in your hoo-ha?
No, more recent. The whole my track record and me getting married and girls.
Yeah.
No, there's this. There I can think of.
Now batting, second base.
Well, I guess 2, but one of them I don't really want to think about. One of them I dated, unfortunately. But well, no. So there's this one girl who has been like obsessed with me. At some point, unhealthily obsessed with me. She's gotten it under control the last like 3 years or so, but like the 3 years before that, not so much.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the
and I'm not gonna lie, I've been starting to fuck with her lately a little bit.
Tyler.
No, wait. Look, before you start jumping to it, the things here. So, God, we met like...
As a person who has used that phrase before, I can tell you now, it's no good.
No, see, because here's the thing, though. So, God, back when I was dating my last girlfriend, 2.5, almost 2 full years ago. Wait, that doesn't make sense. About 2 full years ago, when we first broke up, me, just trying to cope and like stick it to her. Hung out with this girl because like she got it in check. Like I could tell she still like was about me, but like she wasn't being crazy about it in the least bit. And I thought, well, maybe it's just in my head. Maybe she's actually not about me, but she still wants to be friends. Which turned out to not be true. Last year around this time, we started talking a little bit, like she's very matured now. But then, well, seemingly at least, I don't know. But then there was 2 main problems here. One, this was like she ended up moving. She lives in Florida now. So there's that. And then like we started like fucking around, like just like talking on Snapchat and stuff. And all of a sudden she's like, "Hey, I think I gotta cut this off. I think I met someone down here and I want to give it a go." I'm like, "All right, that's fine. I respect that. Nothing wrong with that. That's cool." Like. A little bummed, but I was like, yeah, no, that's all good. Well,
what it is, at least she let you know.
Yeah. Well, here we are now. Now, but see, here's the thing. What threw me off was when that happened, she then, and I was like, cool, like I didn't like nothing was like negative or anything happened. I was like, all right, yeah, that's fine. I respect that. Like, thanks for speaking up. I'm glad you said something because I don't want to be that guy where like if you two start hitting it off and like something's going and then we're still doing our thing and then dude finds out. Like, I don't want to be that guy that's doing that. Because I've been in his shoes, like, on the other side. That sucks. So, like, but a couple weeks after that, like, so we kind of stopped talking, but, like, we were still follow each other on Instagram, Snapchat, stuff like that. A couple weeks later, I see I'm blocked on literally everything. And I was like, oh, okay. So maybe the whole I don't have feelings for her anymore thing wasn't true because she's done that before. And then like 2 months ago or so, she unblocked me. Turns out she's been single for a couple months now, and she's trying to fuck around again a little bit. Yeah, we have a 56-day snap streak, so we've been talking.
Do damage control.
Yeah. Main problem one is she still lives in Florida.
Here's Joey Gallo now.
Watch out, she's starting her apology tour.
So I'm thinking to myself, okay, nothing's gonna come. And like, and to be honest, like I think she's attractive. Like, she's definitely good looking. And she's seemingly, again,
Don't
also.
let your brain be blinded by your balls, please.
No,
please,
I'm not.
Please.
Because now, see,
no, I'm not saying that you are. I'm just saying, please, like, don't let that happen.
Well, no, because now the other thing too is like she's acting kind of weird lately, kind of like how she was last year. About the week before, she started saying, "Hey, I think I'm talking to someone," and she's been like open with me about like, you know, well, I was still friends with my ex that I was dating, but then he cheated on me twice, and I said we could still be friends, but stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't know if that's a good idea. Trust me, been there, done that. And she's like, well, and then I find out that she's like been hanging out with him still. So I'm over here like, okay, I've never really been in this situation where I need to like say to someone, hey, I'm not about this anymore.
Leading off for the Yankees.
Because here's the one person that's been all of, like, she like, so we started talking about this, and she finally owned up saying like, well, I gotta be honest with you, you know, I've always felt this way about you all these years, it's never gone away, I've kind of just like accepted that nothing's ever gonna happen, stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, alright, whatever. And then she's like, and I'm gonna be honest, you know, I didn't think I'd ever find some, like, the connection that we like had whenever we'd like hang out, I didn't think I'd ever find that with anyone else. But I was starting to like feel that way about this person down here a little bit, you know, but it's still not the same. I'm just like, what? Okay, but
Part one of the apology tour. I'm telling you right now, as somebody who has been fucked over multiple times, this is just the let me sneak back in, let me hide underneath the rug, and before you know it, you have an entire house infested with cockroaches, which are just red flags that you refuse to look at.
Well, no, like I'm not like before anything else, like even if I said to my, even if like say I'm madly in love with this person, you know, just all the feelings in the world. She lives in Florida. I live in Massachusetts. That's not gonna work. I've done the I've done the long distance thing twice. But like in my head, I'm thinking to myself like, you know, like we had like she was gonna come up here to visit, because she was gonna just come up anyways. I like to see her friends, and then like while she's here, we're gonna be like, hey, you know, because nothing's really ever actually happened between us either. We just hung out a couple of times. She asked me out when we were teenagers. I said no. But like, yeah. So the one person that's been like absolutely all about me, obsessed with me. And then, like, here I am, like, I actually kind of go with it a little bit last year around this time. She finds someone else. I actually go with it a little bit now. And, you know, test the waters at least, you know. And she's like, yeah, well, first of all, 1,200 miles away, so that's my, like, no. And then she's, like, talking to someone else. I'm like, okay, yeah. How do I tell you don't talk to me then? So
just do to her what she did to you. Yeah.
Right, I don't like doing that though, because I feel like it's such a dick thing to do. I've only done that once, and that was to my last girlfriend, who frankly
I've got to say one thing, Reed. She blocked you without saying anything to you, so do you think she gives a shit whether or not your feelings were hurt?
Well, nah, I don't want to make it sound like I'm defending her. Either way, my point here, even, it doesn't have to really do with that, more just the fact that, like, the one person that, like, would be there for me by my side through it all that you said I would find, like, I feel like she would be it, and even she's like, nah, I don't know about that. So I don't see myself getting married. That's where I'm tying this all back to.
Here's the thing, Reed. Whenever you find that one person that's gonna be there with you for the rest of your fucking life, they're gonna want you, like, always. It's not just gonna be a when it's convenient for me or whatever, they're feeling lonely kind of business, you know? And that's just kind of what this seems like for her.
This
like,
is,
she
well,
gets lonely, and then she messages you, and then she finds someone over there, and then she bides her time, and then she's gonna wind up blocking you again.
No.
I got to count 2 and 2
now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
That's how me and Jess were, except she didn't have a fiance. She was just still living with her ex, but I didn't know that. And then, like, we had a good first month.
We're in the 8th now.
And that was enough for me because then well, enough for me in my down in the dumps mental state 2 years ago. Because then after that, when I found the text from the coworker, oh yeah, I'd fuck you right now if the kids weren't here.
1-0.
1 ball, 1 strike.
What did she tell me? She was like,
lifted down the line in left.
and I guess like in a way, like yes, this is actually like could have been a possibility, but I know it wasn't the case here. I'll never forget it. She was getting, because we went to the same college. She was getting ready up in my bathroom one day, and she had just got a smartwatch like 2 weeks prior, and or not even. And she was like,
"Didn't you get? No. You got her phone, and then she got the smartwatch. She got the watch
because the watch you could get for like a couple of like a $40 a month payment plan.
Yeah.
So, and at the time I was thinking like, ooh, maybe I want one of these after all. And she's like, hey, play with it whenever you want. Dick around with it, do whatever. So I went, and I know you can text on them. So I went to open up her text messages to text myself to see what it was like to text one like from that. And it opened up to her text between her and a coworker when I saw that. So I saw that on her phone, and I'm like, all right, well now I'm gonna read this. And it was going on for a while, talking about like him grabbing her ass, like, do you want me to leave my, like, do you want me to leave Reed? Like, do you want me to leave my boyfriend? Like, he's saying, like, I don't want a commitment with you, but I do want to fuck you. So she's like, well, so, like, do you want to be, like, my side piece? And stuff like that. And literally, word for word, I will never forget, because the one that stuck out to me, and the one that I called her out on most specifically was, when I saw it, I immediately took her watch, went back upstairs, knocked on the bathroom door. It's like 7 in the morning. She opens the door, and I was like, I think we need to talk. And she's like, well, I'm almost done. I'm like, and so I just looked down. I pulled the watch out in my hand, and I showed it, and I just said out loud, because she said this to him, I'd fuck you right now if the kids weren't here. And she was like, just stood there looking at me. And then I was like, get your shit, we're leaving. And she said, please don't go. I'm like, what the fuck do you expect from me here? And she ended up telling me, she told me that he had been, because she does like him, like as a friend and as a coworker, thinks he's great at what he does. And that it was so, she didn't know what to do when he started coming on to her. Right. So she just figured that if she strung him along and just like went along with it but never actually did anything, that it would either A, just go away, or B, he would get frustrated and stop and just not talk to her at all. And I was like, right. You know, but of course too, I stayed with her.
Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we
Look, I can't say anything to anybody about staying with a cheating partner, because I was with fucking Hudson after he cheated on me.
Now
I've never been the other person. Yeah.
Ready. Here's the first offering.
Ball 1, no strike.
Right-hander starts to loosen out.
I wasn't the other person. I was the person in a break, though. Like, these two were going through a break, and then like they made it very clear, like it's fine if anything happens with another person. Like, they were both, like, that wasn't just like a, you know, Ross and Rachel, we were on a break, you know, and Rachel's like, I can't believe you did this, and Ross was like, we were on a break, you know, they were clear about it. And I feel like that equates to almost the same thing, at least with like the whole, like, it doesn't just happen. You're like, oops.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the number one, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else.
She initiated. I didn't even do anything. She was just like,
Elvis Andrus, the next to bat.
No fuck.
Coming on for it is,
and I was like, yeah, sure. She's like, no, but for real. And I was like, yeah, for real. And it turns out, no, yeah, for real.
The designated hitter, Shin-Soo Choo.
Obviously, it was a little bit different than that, but that was almost basically exactly it.
That's a big ol' hecking yoinks from me, bud. Yeah, Amethyst is ready to fight that girl. The one who did Reed wrong. She's very mad about it.
Oh, my ex? Oh, yeah, Jess. Yeah, because I like her reaction, because, like, I always like, because in hindsight, to me, it's funny to talk about, because I don't care, like, I'm over it, I'm over her, and I've recovered financially. It never even detrimentally affected me financially, but I like to joke about how much money I spent on her, because she definitely didn't deserve it. She was an ungrateful bitch. And I was just a wallet to her. But, like, it's funny to think, because, like, to me, it's not a big deal. So when I say to people, yeah, I spent 11 grand on this girl within a couple of months. And then, you know, sometimes people want to know the details, so then I tell them, and they're like, what the fuck? And they go all, you know, in their bag, and I'm like, hey, cool. You know, I don't really care, but it's kind of funny that you do. Not in, like, a ha-ha funny, like, you know, like, oh, other people care.
No, Amethyst is mad in a protective, bigger sister way.
That's what I mean.
Number 29.
Like, to me, that's like, not like, oh, like, I'm gonna laugh, like, that's hilarious, like, why the fuck would you care? But, like, it's like, oh, that's funny, like, she cares, cool.
Looked like he was gonna wait a minute, see if he was gonna
Reed's like, oh, I've never seen someone do that before.
Yeah, most people, like, I mean, no, I did have people there for me, like, in the midst of it, like, one of my friends invited me over to her apartment a couple of nights just to, like, make sure I had company, and she made me dinner one night, like, it was crazy, like, just, you know, her and her boyfriend hanging out, she's like, come over if you want.
The designated hitter.
It was really nice. That actually was probably one of the nicest things someone's ever done for me.
I know that feeling. Played 14 years in the big leagues and still can't.
Yeah, no, and that's the other thing too. Like, it's funny to me because I don't think about her at all. Like, I always say, like, I don't hate her. Like, I wish I could. Like, I wish I could, like, bring myself to hate her because she certainly deserves it. But that would require
you just don't care enough.
That would require sending, like, energy her way and having thoughts about her, period. You know, she's just irrelevant. You know, she's insignificant. She's a face in the crowd. Despite the fact that she constantly, like, literally, when she is a face in the crowd when I'm DJing, drags my friends up to my table and then grinds on them in front of me. Like, as close to me as she, like, it's clear, like, you could be anywhere on the dance floor.
That doesn't sound like those are your friends.
I use the term friends loosely. I don't really have too many friends around here. More like acquaintances. Or just people I know that she doesn't really know. But since it's just, you know,
people that she knows, you know.
Yeah. And oddly enough, it's never her boyfriend. I mean, she grinds with her boyfriend and stares a hole through me sometimes, but never when she's bringing people right up to my table and trying to, like, basically hump my table that I'm working with at the same time. It's never her boyfriend then. Like, she tried to have two dudes fight me New Year's Eve, not this past year, but the year before. Because I stopped talking to her after she dumped me, and then when I did care about her as a human and talk to her a little bit, she then started dating someone else 3 days later. So I just stopped. At that point I was fed up. I'm like, I don't give a fuck anymore. And stopped talking to her entirely. Like, I haven't talked to her since that day.
Leading off for Texas.
But, like,
the shortstop.
I don't know. Like, 2 weeks after they were dating, she had someone text me on Christmas Eve. Leave them alone. Well, Brud, you're like 12 days late on this one. Like, she'd been blocked. Can't really bother someone if I have her been blocked on everything. Enjoy your Christmas, dude. It's 8 o'clock. Go be with your family.
Slider swung on and grounded toward short. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth.
The batter, the designated hitter.
Didn't you love it for a while though? Like, you thought it was such a cool. Well,
21 at bats. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far.
I feel like you love it too because you wish that you were the line, and that one of those muscular women, that muscular woman specifically that Yuri sent to you, was the lemon.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap.
And I'm hella right. And James is calling me.
And a leaping effort
hello?
at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run.
Hello? James?
I think you should stay on the line so I can hear what's going on.
Oh wait, no, he said shh, I can't talk. Okay, I had to mute my phone. He said don't say anything.
Yeah, I can hear him.
I get the feeling that Tibbs is about to fight someone.
Yeah, we gotta get it over with. You got this. Reed's on set. We headed out. No. And he's gone. All right, he's gone. All right, ready? I'm on set. It's 5, 4, 3, 2.
I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what's happening. I don't understand. James is cooking something on the grill. He sent me a picture earlier. Well, that was certainly random.
The left fielder, number 5, Willie Calhoun.
Wait, who did I even go yard with? Shinsu. Nice.
Ball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Liner toward right center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. Not in time. He's in there with a double.
Yeah, some guys
right
have the ability to rise to the occasion, while some guys shrink away when
I think I'm going to shave my face after
this guy is a gamer. He's been on fire since the postseason started, and after that hit,
I don't know, it's been over 4 years since I've gone clean shaven, and I feel like part of me thinks that if I shave it entirely that I can grow it back better. The other part of me is, and also I just don't know what it looks like anymore. I honestly don't know what my face looks like without hair on it. Like, I look at pictures without it. Oh, no, I will. Every guy does. I don't know, I want to see if I can do it better. The other part of me is afraid, though, that if I shave it, then it's not ever going to look the same again. Which I know is, like, really
right now. He doesn't know where it's going, and he knows it.
The 3-1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Stanton has a read on it.
I don't know. Guys get that impulsivity from time to time when it comes to their face. Like, every guy does it. A couple of...
Up next for the Rangers, the center fielder.
Yeah, but not as extreme.
I miss my mohawk.
Because, like, I know that if I do this and it does grow back to be the exact same way that it was, it's only going to take about 2 weeks. Like, you get mohawk or you shave your entire head, you're not going to look the same again in 2 weeks.
Well behind that fastball, it's a swinging strike.
Nope, you have to go through the mullet phase.
He's got all 4 corners locked in.
That one hit him. Big spot here. First and second.
See, this sums up the people around here, right? So, one of the girls that I dated, long after we broke up, 4 years later, shaved her head.
Mm-hmm.
And I got shit for it. Like,
yeah.
In my group chat, like my air quote friends, because I don't read.
Let me guess, they were talking about how you turned her.
No, not so much that. Just like, you know, like, oh shit, like you're gonna fuck a ball bitch, and I'm like, dude, I haven't seen her in 4 years.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMay.
Leading off for the Yankees, the second baseman, DJ.
Small town.
No wonder you're so hetero at times.
Small town, people talk, and nothing ever happens here.
Your idea of working a count.
Like, anytime I've been in a relationship, it's always been under a microscope and under a spotlight.
Gotta find a way to grind.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there.
The batter, number 29.
Out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Lifted into center field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, the shortstop.
I'm really wondering if I can call my fucking because the last time I called, I was like, hey, like, Dr. Mary told me if I had an infection, I just call and she would write me a prescription. And the girl was like, okay, well, your appointment's going to be on this date. And I was like, I didn't call to make an appointment. But, okay. Because it was my yearly and I fucking hate my
Yep. Tips just posted a video 3 minutes ago. Y'all drinking Claw.
Look, I actually like White Claw, but it's mainly because I don't feel like I'm getting drunk off my ass whenever I drink them. I feel like I'm just like having bubbly drink.
Into the box now.
Leading off for Texas, the catcher, Robinson.
When everybody's like, white girls when they drink white or White Claw, and I'm like, yeah.
Here's the pitch.
Do you think during the pandemic they would just be like, yeah, no, we can write you a fucking
So the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting, third baseman.
You're asking the wrong
one.
It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Tapped out in front of home. On to first. Quick start to the 7th as now there are 2 away.
Now batting, second baseman,
He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
We're used to it.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
I mean that in a supportive way. Like, we're actually used to it. It's okay. Did I hear a cricket chirping?
Ball 1.
1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for the Rangers. Trying to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. The 1-2.
Men who don't kiss their girlfriends after they give them head equals small pee-pee energy.
Hammers it to deep right field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And that'll bring up Aaron Judge, who's batting
leading
up
off
in this
for
one,
the
but
Yankees.
We'll get us started here
The
in
right
the inning.
fielder, Aaron
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swing out of his shoes on
When's the
that
last time
one.
you worked on that? I feel like it's been a while.
I think a big reason why he's been.
Oh, and this is hit high and deep out to left. And he's going to make the catch on the warning track. A fine running play there for the first
Now
out.
batting.
I know they
The
say
left
sometimes
fielder,
that these things
Giancarlo
but that was a bullet
Stanton.
flying there that gets caught. He would have represented the go-ahead run.
Giancarlo Stanton is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
I wonder if I could do a down and in slider. Do it, you won't.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone.
He lived in an apartment building.
So he got him swinging.
Now
Giancarlo
batting.
Stanton.
The catcher,
Second out
Gary.
of the 7th.
0-1's the count.
Pitch fastball swung on and
I
missed.
don't know. I know Amethyst dad, Fox. I don't know if yours did.
Line drive snagged on a short hop. And the
Or is it your
off-balance
mom?
throw
I can't
is
remember.
right there for the 3rd out. And a high degree of difficulty on that.
Amethyst's grandparents. Okay, so Amethyst's lineage is, they can be traced back all the way into, like, the beginning of Hawaii. Like, her family, if the monarchy was still in place, Amethyst would be 7th in line to be the Queen of Hawaii.
Now batting.
Hey, some guys can
The
handle the
designated hitter,
postseason lights, and this is
Shinsu
obviously one of
Yu.
them. Another base hit, leading off with the boys. This guy's had a monster postseason so far.
He's working on
Oh, I told Amethyst if it came down to it, I would be, her knight. Like, I would be the protector, and I would help her kill her family member so that she could be
Real
queen.
nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked the guy up with.
I don't know,
No,
that's like
I
a little
think
bit
I
of
would
jealousy
have-
on there.
I think I would have a classic knight relationship with her, like the Lady of the Ports, you know, where it was never about a physical or anything like that. It was more of a, like,
The left fielder, number 5. Willie
I don't know how to describe it.
And standing in the outfielder, Willie Calhoun.
Yes.
First
That's a
pitch
ball.
has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball 1.
You know, I doubt he wanted to get that type with the fastball there, but hey, this is a guy you certainly don't want to let him get his arms extended. He's the kind of guy that can hurt you.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
What's today?
Line toward the alley of
It's
left
after
Three
center.
midnight here,
days
so yes,
until I
it is
get my
today.
check.
There, and he'll
3
make the
days
catch to
until I
retire
get my
the
check.
side.
3
So no
days
runs
until I
on
get
one
my
base
check.
hit,
Then I
no
can get my
errors,
cooter
no
and
one
my eyes
out.
checked out.
Bottom of inning number 8.
leading
set
off
to go.
for the
Oh my
Yankees.
fucking
The
god.
first baseman,
Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he
Boy.
did back in the 2nd.
Your attention, please.
My meth head cousin and his girlfriend are expecting a baby number 5. She's had hold on. Out of all of the kids that they've had together, only one has survived.
And he takes strike 2.
The count.
You got to
0-2.
cover the whole plate
Yeah.
now after letting him steal 2 strikes on the inside half.
And this is pulled hard but foul.
Like, they're really bad on
Their
drugs,
gloves
so
for
it's
that
like,
one out there.
Looked like he was
and they
taking
always,
a heater right there, a little bit too
not to be
far
a
out.
hateful monster or
Gotta find
anything
a way
like
to
that,
get his
but
Got him to go down swinging.
Up next for
there.
the Yankees,
Boy, is dealt
the
with
designated
first
hitter.
out in the bottom
I'm
of the
sorry.
Miguel.
I think whenever you miscarry,
Andrew.
that's not considered a baby. It never even
Fouled
lived.
away. Martin benefits from the fact that he throws a lot of strikes,
like,
doesn't walk many
these aren't really
batters.
even
However,
children that you're having, but you can be like, oh, I'm so upset that I lost this kid. Like, I understand if the pregnancy wasn't viable and you were like...
Now batting, center fielder, Aaron.
Yeah. Well, like, that's the majority of women lose their babies right at that, like, cusp of the first and second trimester. So it's like, your baby hasn't even had time to form into anything. Like, you literally just have a clump of cells stuck to your uterine wall that just fell out one day. It's not like... Well, it hasn't even taken a human form yet.
Britain.
And I'm glad somebody else uses the term parasite to talk about babies, because I've always had it in my head, but I've never said it out loud, and I'm just, it's so good. Yeah, because people are like, oh my god, babies, you don't love babies, you can't tell me that you don't love babies, oh my god, babies' breath, the way their heads smell, ugh. Oh my god, it's like these people have never... And you wanna know what? These are people who, like, grew up with... Just fucking people in my mind. I can't. I wanted a kid until I was 14, and then I took a class, and I was like, I don't want a fucking kid. Because I was always under the impression, like, so to that point, I was like, oh, your body usually goes back after you have babies, unless you're like my mom and you have one back-to-back. And then I found out, like, no, your body doesn't go back to normal, especially if you have a C-section. Then your fucking muscles down there are just shot for good.
Up next for the Rangers,
like, your abdominal muscles literally rip in half to make room for a baby. All of your internal organs get shoved into your lungs so you can't breathe at all. Like,
he's set. The 0-1. Bouncer to the left side. And that's through for a hit. So the top of the ninth keeps a rolling as he comes through with 2 away.
The batter, the catcher, Robinson Chirino.
So now to the plate, Robinson Chirino. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. There are 2 gone and the possible go-ahead run at first. And a slider stays outside and he falls behind 2-0.
2 tough sliders right there, but he was able to lay off them. Might have bought himself a fastball in this situation.
And he's way off balance with the swing there.
He struggled quite a bit at the plate in this one, so until he shows he can put a good swing on the ball, I don't think they're going to give him anything straight that he can handle.
Here's a bouncing ball headed to LeMahieu at second. Throw on to Voit takes care of him, and the all set for the bottom of the ninth.
Leading off for the Yankees, the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Fouls this one off. The pitch. He struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
Now batting, number 29.
bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
Now a ball lined to the left side. And another foul ball. This is foul right side. Hit to first. And he'll take
Got
it
him.
to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, shortstop,
Ready with the first pitch. Here
Labor.
it comes.
Torres.
2 away now as he looks at a called strike one.
Hey, great job pounding the zone strike one. When you got a great
the
hitter
count.
in the
0-2.
box, got to get ahead. Count leverage is a must.
In the air to straightaway center field. Santana will get there, and he puts it away to... Here's Todd Frazier now.
Leading off for the Rangers,
to do something about
the third
breaking this
baseman,
1-1
Todd
tie.
Frazier.
He's set. Here it comes. Just
Ball
off
back
the
outside.
outside that time. Laid off for a ball. First two pitches
balls,
off the
no
mark
strike.
here. It's 2-0. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Looking up is Hicks. And they have taken the lead. So a solo shot here to left center field as they've taken a 1-run lead.
Well, somebody's anxious to end this thing and get the heck out of here. We'll
Ladies
see
and
if that
gentlemen,
leadoff homer
your
stands
attention,
up.
please.
Either way, that's
Now pitching
definitely
for the
a way to
Yankees.
start the extra frame.
Number
John
56,
Holden, the 6'2"
Jonathan
right-hander, jogs in to take over on the
Holder.
mound. Here's Rougned Odor now. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The windup and the 0-1. Fouled off. No outs, nobody on. A little roller toward the hole. Scooped up, flips it behind his back. On the first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets
The batter,
ground
number
ball for
1,
the first out.
shortstop,
Here's
Elvis
Elvis Andrus now.
Andrew.
He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. On to first,
He's
and there
out.
are 2 down.
Now batting,
Shin-Soo Choo
designated hitter,
stand in yet again and
Shin-Soo
flash you back
Choo.
to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point.
Oh.
And the throw to first is in time. Ready for the bottom of the 10th here. Here's
Leading
big
off
Aaron
for the
Judge.
Yankees,
No thump out of
the
him
right
in this
fielder,
game so far.
Aaron
As might be expected. He's 0 for 3.
Judge.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
0-2 is the count.
Back to swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Chop toward the second baseman. Odor has it. Throw will not be in time. So good hustle there is now the possible tying run as aboard to lead
Up
things
next
off
for the
here.
Yankees,
And digging into
the
the
left
batter's
fielder,
box next
0-1
will be
Giancarlo
The 0-1.
Stanton.
Hey, that's a heck of an approach right there. Leadoff single in the late innings. Team's down a little bit. Let's see if this ends up being a huge turning point.
So he chased out of the strike zone on that one. Giancarlo
Now
Stanton
batting,
was
catcher,
dealt with for the first
Gary
out in the bottom of the inning.
Sanchez.
And it's 0-2 to Sanchez.
The count, 0-2.
1-2 to
1
the
ball,
Yankees
2 strikes,
catcher.
count.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
Now batting,
Here's the first pitch.
the first baseman,
Boy.
He's
Luke.
next as he finds
0-1.
himself behind
Boy.
0-1.
Can't waste getting the leadoff runner on in this situation.
A secret document that I think you need to say.
someone's got to bear down.
I feel like that was an appropriate time for that.
I got the count. 1 and 2.
I figured Ashton would have appreciated that, but I guess not.
You're facing 90 to 92,
2 balls, 2
94.
strikes.
You can still see seams. It starts
Dave
getting
Chappelle
above
saying he pleads the
94.
fifth.
It starts.
He struck him out, and that'll do it as they've won this
1,
series,
2, 3,
so
4,
they'll move on.
5th. Ask me a question. 5th. 5. 5. No, okay, I'm sorry. I'm done.
So the Rangers have just swept their way to a league championship, and they'll be headed to the
I don't
World
remember
Series.
most people's first impressions. I'm not gonna lie.
Matt, the domination we saw from this team in this series should put their opponents on notice, but for them now,
Well, see, that's the thing, though.
it's
To me,
back
you're just like, you're
0-0.
coming off as Ashton. You're
A new
Ashton.
series awaits, and they've got to come up with 4 more wins to win the whole thing.
And now, what about the Yankees?
That's a shame because they were so good all season long up until
Orange sister.
But let's be honest, they laid an egg in this series, and that's going to make for a long
you're not.
season. I do, however, feel like this team's going to rebound and be back in the mix again next year.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I am terrible at describing